We are sending every soldier $1,776.
You boys like Mexico? Yeah!
Siri, find local re-enlistment recruiter.
Like and subscribe, Ted.
Hey, what's up? It's Krangus here with another episode of Ask a Marine. This week, Trump made a whole speech, and I am going to dissect as much as I can in terms of what any Marine that's a Lance Corporal would think of it. Before we get into it, I need y'all to like and subscribe, and also look at some of those links that are in there, because as I've said before, I am a stand-up comedian that tours. You can check me out every Tuesday at the Jute Joint in Ocean Springs, and this Sunday, I'm going to be playing in Mobile, Alabama at the Slurp Society for Whippersnapper Comedy, so check it out.
Our border was open, and because of this, our country was being invaded by an army of 25 million people.
25 million?
My lord, there is no such force.
25 million is the total number of people that have come across the border. And look, I'm not saying there aren't a lot of bad people or that there isn't MS-13, but to say that there's 25 million of these cartel members? Dude, if there was 25 million people in this supposed army, white people would have been wiped off the face of this country a long time ago. Besides, all we need against a force of 25 million is
an army of one.
Army. We both know that that campaign was stupid.
We had men playing in women's sports, transgender for everybody.
America, when you're here, you're trans.
Do you remember when Joe Biden said that he needed Congress to pass legislation to help close the border? He was always blaming Congress and everyone else.
You're supposed to work with Congress to get things done.
As it turned out, we didn't need legislation. We just needed a new president.
We didn't need laws or a system of checks and balances. We just needed a man to come in and grab him by the pussy.
And they decimated the bloodthirsty foreign drug cartels. We did that all by ourselves with our people, and we're so proud of it because they were poisoning and destroying our population. Drugs brought in by ocean and by sea.
Don't forget about that oil.
We've just seized a tanker on the coast of Venezuela, a large tanker, very large. Largest one ever seized, actually.
Yep, let's not forget that in 20 years we have already repeated ourselves by going after countries that have oil reserves. My favorite part of that whole story was that somebody asked him, like, what are we going to do with that oil? And he was like,
well, we keep it, I guess.
I've just never seen a president blatantly claim finders keepers like that. By the way, this was Nicolas Maduro, the president of Venezuela's response to all the rising tensions in the Caribbean.
Don't worry, be happy. La 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 la.
Now, how can we say that fentanyl is coming from Venezuela when that guy is clearly doing all of it? The majority of fentanyl is not coming in from Venezuela, so get ready for another war for oil, boys!
You boys like Mexico? Yeah!
We have broken the grip of sinister woke radicals in our schools.
I honestly think that Trump looked at the term liberal college, which really means like a college education that makes you look at different viewpoints. It doesn't mean that it's like a democratically run school, but he heard the term liberal, and this is his thought.
I am complete.
So then I thought, well, what are universities teaching now? Now that the president has saved us from the evil clutches of the universities. What kind of essays are students writing now?
Turning Point USA is stepping in after an Oklahoma University student says that she was given an F on an assignment because she cited the Bible.
The student, Samantha Fulnecki, had to write a 650-word essay reacting to an article about societal gender expectations for her psychology class.
TPUSA's OU chapter wrote in part on X. In her essay, Fulnecki argued that traditional gender roles should not be considered stereotypes. She cited the Bible to support her stance that eliminating gender in society would be detrimental because that would put people farther from God's original plan for humans.
Now, Fulnecki also wrote that pushing the idea that there are multiple genders and that anyone can be whatever they want is, quote, demonic.
Turning Point USA, that's Charlie Kirk's thing, which has the full backing of the president. By the way, I read that essay and either one of two things are true. She either waited to the last minute and tried to turn in something in the hopes of a C, or she really is that dumb. Either way, an essay on the psychology of gender studies is not going to require a citation from the Bible any more than it would from an episode of the Goosebumps.
We have the most powerful military anywhere in the world, and it's not even close.
We already had that.
We've had one, yes. What about second breakfast?
And airfares rose 31% now under our leadership. They are all coming down and coming down fast.
Kind of like them planes.
Now we're the hottest country anywhere in the world.
So hot right now.
Tonight, I am also proud to announce that more than 1,450,000.
5,000. I didn't take math for Marines.
Think of this, 1,450,000 military service members will receive a special, we call Warrior Dividend.
Wait for it.
Before Christmas, a Warrior Dividend. In honor of our nation's founding in 1776, we are sending every soldier $1,776.
You boys like Mexico? Yeah!
Siri, find local re-enlistment recruiter. Every used car lot right outside of a military base right now.
I got beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, lamb,
Problem is that money's coming from BAH increases for next year. For the civilians, BAH is basic allowance for housing. And every year they increase it based off of cost of living, inflation, what have you. So you're not going to get that, but Daddy Trump's going to give you all a pizza party.
We now have record enlistment in our military.
Yeah, because you're ramping up for war. When there's not a war, there's not a need for that many soldiers. And all we need is
An army of one.
And last year, we had among the worst recruitment numbers in our military's history.
I don't know, dog. I feel like people didn't really want to fight the American Revolution at first. But, Mr. President, you want to know the real solution? Let's get back to the old school Marine Corps ads. Because this is the commercial that they get nowadays.
Marines are made for this. Made for the calling only warriors can answer. Made from an unshakable belief in our nation and a strength that comes from the determination to win together. But you'll have to earn your place among us, because you don't join the Marines. You become one.
Oh, it's over? This is what we got when I was young.
It is more than a trial by fire. It is a rite of passage, a challenge to join the elite. And if you succeed, if you can master your fear, outsmart your enemy, and never yield even to yourself, you will be changed forever. The few, the proud, the Marines.
Shit. Oh, that is how a recruiting ad's done, Army. Anyway, there's more to the speech. Trump goes on to get really mad at the Somali people in Minnesota. The main takeaway from me was the rhetoric for this war that we're ramping up to. And I don't know, I guess I was foolish to think that we would be past that, but you know, we kind of repeat ourselves every, it seems, 20 years. And it's not really Trump's fault. It's just we go through this cycle, and I noticed it culturally. Last year when I performed at this place called the Playhouse in Jacksonville, which is right outside of Camp Lejeune. It used to be a strip club. I was talking to some Marines afterward, and they were young guys, and you know, I told a bunch of my stories on stage, and it was fun. And in my head, I was thinking, because I remember the way that I served, And when we were in, we were constantly going on back-to-back deployments, and young men are always going to want to see that fire until they see the fire, and then they don't want anything to do with it. And I was, I guess, foolishly thinking that this next generation of Marines and military would have maybe learned from my mistakes, but what broke my heart was this young Marine approached me and he thanked me for the show. He thought I was really funny, but he said, you know, I came up hearing my first sergeant and my sergeant major's war stories because he was from your generation, which made me feel old, but he goes, you know, this is why I voted for Trump, because I think that he's going to put us in a war so that I can have stories like that. And it just broke my heart because I forgot what it was like to think that way, to really rush into something for, I guess, glory, but then you get there and you realize there's no glory in this. So anyway, that club, by the way, Playhouse in Jacksonville, if you're ever in the town, go check it out. It's a great club. And here's a clip from that night, actually. Here you go. I was able to be stationed in Camp Pendleton. Like, I got so lucky. You guys, like, where are you guys from over here? Like, originally, not now.
Jersey.
Jersey? What about you?
Buffalo.
Buffalo? New York?
Go Bills.
Okay, yeah. So all y'all came here, you're like, man, I'm going to get to travel. And then they stuck you in Jacksonville, North Carolina. Yeah, that's what they all say. Like, you f*** yourself. Let's be honest. Like, you signed the dotted line. Don't. What's your rank now? Gross. Does that look like I'm the same age as you? That's bad.